Before we get into things, if you see me reaching down a lot in this video, it is because I shaved my legs yesterday for the first time in several weeks, and right now my legs are more ingrown than skin. So I'm in hell. Hey sis, welcome back to my channel. The last time we talked, I got a little bit chaotic, which I will not apologize for because there's a lot happening right now, but I decided to approach today's video with a little bit more poise and rationality, if you will, because we're going to be talking about something that is very near and dear and steer to my heart, which is the Midas Cosmetics and Smoky Glow collaboration collection. Why is this close to my heart? Well, as it turns out, Smoky Glow, or Hannah, as I like to call her, it's my little nickname for her, is actually one of my close friends in real life. This collection was sent to me in PR from Midas Cosmetics, so I did not pay a dime for this collection, and also it was curated and made in partnership with someone who I am personal friends with. So if that knowledge is going to make you not care at all about my opinion on this collection, that is fine. I thought I'd do a little bit of a get ready with me style video today, and I'm planning on doing a very like soft and just sort of like pink and like innocent kind of, okay, that's gross. Just like a sort of soft neutral look, because it is already what? 7:47 p.m., which means it's almost bedtime for me, and by bedtime I mean Animal Crossing time. Let's get started, shall we? This collection has three components. The first thing I'll discuss is a trio of lip glosses. Now these three lip glosses all have cute little Hannah themed names. We have Never Dull, Sparkle On, and Hi Friends. Let's watch this for you now on the back of my hand, which I know very well. What did I just hit with my tripod? What is that? Oh no. Hannah and I did a collab video during Glowmas in December where I made this horrifying YouTube mask that I guess has just been under my bed since December. I'm gonna demonetize you, loud. You know, YouTube be like, okay. This is Hi Friends. It is very bright and very pigmented and very not my style, actually. I actually quite like the formula of these glosses, and they have a really nice, pleasant, sort of light, fruity scent. But I do not like pigmented lip glosses. I don't own any. I'm still like sort of figuring out how I want to incorporate that gloss into my looks. This next one is Sparkle On, which is a super apt name, because if you can't already tell, my God, she calls for your attention. Perfect sound. Look at her. This is a glittery gloss. This is obviously not a gloss you're gonna wear on its own. This is something to top lipsticks with. If you wanna give a lipstick a very golden pink punch on top of it, this is the gloss to reach for. This is the third shade. This is Never Dull. I went on a whole rampage about Never Dull in my previous video, but if you didn't watch it because it was like 17 minutes of abject nonsense, I'll give you the Cliff's Notes version in this video. I really love this lip gloss. This is a neutral pink sort of situation, but it doesn't come across as too light on the skin. This is a really wearable gloss. This is the gloss I reach for all of my Zoom calls with my coworkers every day. Because the world is over. Oh. The perfect right amount of shimmer balanced with the perfect amount of sheer. This is the gloss. This is it. This is the one. The next part of the collection is a highlighter duo. This is a little duo. Slay, Icy Pink. We love it, we love it. And Yance, which is sort of like a goldeny peach. I have a little bit of Slay, the Icy Pink, on my clavicle and shoulders right now, which is why I look so dewy and luminous. This is a very light colored dress, and if I get any makeup on it, I will drain the ocean, so I gotta be real careful. Oh, they're just so soft. That's a glow. You know, it's not a sparkle, it's a glow. The word that is brought to mind is soft, like a kitten. Like the beautiful, warm, welcoming personality of my friend, first name Hannah, last name Smokey, third name Glow. The pièce de résistance, the palette. We have several shades. This palette contains several eyeshadows. This palette contains several eyeshadows. Starting top to the right, we have Basic, which is a white shade. Friends, an icy pink. Jump Cut, which is a matte peachy orange. Group Chat, which is a glittery pink, which if you're not familiar is named after the Instagram group chat that me, Smokey Glow, Abby Williamson, Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, and Georgia Harris have with each other because we are friends. It is very fun. We talk about many a thing and topic. I am very bad at replying to it. But then somehow when I do add something in the chat, nobody's online for 7 hours. So interesting that that happens. Really fascinating. Okay. Rose, Leno. Next row. Bars. Nutty. God damn. Colleague, Warrior. Okay, that was kind of a chunky swatch, but like still, my goodness. Vote, Instagram model, and amazing. For our third row, we will switch to my left forearm. Hello, half pony, and a rant in asterisks. That is a hard word to say. And finally, our final three, cold brew, content, and my personal favorite shade, Dofa. Yes! I'm gonna do a better shade on the back of my hand for Dofa like I did in the last video because this one needs attention. I was about to swatch this over those lip glosses. That would have been gross. The power that is coursing through me right now. Effervescent. I need to go wash my body. I'll be back in a second to do stuff.
The So Juicy lip glosses from ColourPop. Now, Nisa and I are stands for Squeezy Tube lip glosses.
Period!
Nisi Pisa is the reason that I have any of my So Juicy lip glosses from ColourPop. It's all Nisa's fault.
That's the life of an influencer, baby! I'm gonna start. Okay. Do you do anything? I'm gonna start by laying down a quick base. Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. Little known fact, Ulta's house line kills it on the regular. They make some of the best lip glosses I've ever tried personally. I should zoom you in. Full disclosure, I haven't tweezed my eyebrows in just a good long while. So if you comment about it, listen, I one, already know, and B, I'm Armenian, okay? They always look like that. My eyebrows are rich and plump with the flavor of all the turshi that I eat. We love a pickled vegetable in this Armenian household. I am Armenian and my roommate is Bulgarian and we live near a Russian food store. So like, she came home with just some jarred sardines and I was like, that's on, period. I'm having a good time. You guys having a good time? It's live from quarantine. It's Saturday night. It's Quarantine Night Live! Starring Nisa Nisi Pisa! Nisa Nisi Pisa! Nisa Nisi Pisa! L'amour est tout oiseau rebelle. I have forgotten all of the French that I learned when I was in high school. Sorry, what I'm gonna do first is go in with Vote, this medium brown shade right here, and just kind of like make a transition. Someone on Reddit said my humor was repetitive and annoying, and I was like, I mean, is she wrong? Like, people don't have to like you. People disliking you is the spice of life, baby. Now I'm going to switch down here to Cold Brew and just sort of diffuse that at the edge a smidge. I'm gonna go into the shade group chat because it's named after me. Usually, with a shade that is this sparkly, I would use a glitter glue, but I don't want to today because like I keep saying, I'm trying to go very like soft and I'm trying to not like do the exact same shape. Oh no! I'm holding the palette too close to myself and I just moved my arm. This is what I've just done. So I'm going to hurl myself into a grain silo now. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the innermost corner of my eye a little bit. So I'm gonna take one of the softer pinks and I'm gonna pop that on the inner bit and meld that into group chat to sort of complete the inner bit of the eye. And then I'm gonna work on the outer bit with a darker brown. I'm going to take Friends, and that's right here, and that's what I'm gonna do that with. Cool. Next, I'm gonna take the dark brown on the bottom row, half pony. You know what? I'm gonna get some tape. Would you take makeup advice from me? I'd take makeup advice from me. This is a little bit of medical tape that I've put on my eyes. I've stuck it on my hands a couple times to get rid of some of that adhesive so I don't like destroy my skin. I did this so I can get a straight line when I do what I'm about to do, which is add a little bit of dark brown eyeshadow to the outermost bit of my eye. If I get any of this brown eyeshadow on my dress, the consequences will be dire. Why do I do that? Why don't I just like get ready after? Oh, because this is a get ready with me, so it's probably helpful that I'm clothed in it. So I don't have a Patreon anymore, so I don't have anywhere to be able to put that footage. I know I'm gonna get a comment that's like, Nisi Pisa OnlyFans when? Never. I'm not brave. When I like add a little bit of darker eyeshadow to the outer third of my eye, I usually will arc it back over what I've done just to unify everything together. And then what I will do is go back in with that first shade I used as the transition and just do any blending necessary because I don't want that dark line to be harsh. Like I said, I want this to look like supernatural. And by that I mean very natural, not supernatural. I'm going to remove the tape. Dope. Awesome. Wow. I recently re-listened to Hamilton for the first time in like a year. Every time I listen to Hamilton, I think about the fact that when it had first come out, I didn't listen to it for a while. And then a couple months later, sat down and listened to the whole thing. But in the meantime, my a cappella group, yes, I was in an a cappella group when I was in college because look at me, of course I was. And they had already like learned all of it, whereas I was just like the out of touch senior in the group who like didn't know the musical yet. And they all broke out into songs singing The World Turned Upside Down, which is the song about the Battle of Yorktown, after our rehearsal. And I was in the background just like, I can't sing along. I've never felt more excluded in my life. I'm going to burn down the ocean. Any stereotype about a cappella kids that you hear is true. They are all like that. If a song that we sang in our a cappella group comes on somewhere, I will do the alto bit. I was listening to Happy Ending by Mika earlier today, and instead of singing the lyrics, if anything that happens, I guess I wish you well, a little bit of heaven and a little bit of hell, I was like, bum, 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 and the sopranos are going, ooh, because they could, because they're sopranos. One time in acapella, on that note, and then I'll go back to makeup, we had lost our chief soprano because she had left on a semester abroad in like New Zealand, and they were like, okay, we want to see if any of our altos can also take over soprano parts. I was one of the altos, and I was like, I got this. And so they were doing the scales, and I was like, la 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 la. And they were like, okay, so you're gonna be an alto still and forever, and maybe even sometimes not. Maybe you can just stay home sometimes when you perform. And I'm like, okay, thank you for giving me a shot. I had a good time in college. I was very well liked and popular, and I don't regret anything about it. Another fun a cappella fact, I'm so sorry. The reason I thought of Happy Ending by Mika is not only because we did that in my college a cappella group, but my high school's girls a cappella group had that song in their repertoire. They did this one show where they sang that, Cowboy Casanova, and The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, and I was like, I need to be part of this group. And then I auditioned, and the song I used to audition was the original Pokemon theme song. I wanna be the very best. And they were like, oh my god, that was like so good. Thank you so much for auditioning. We'll post the results on Friday. And so I went to go look at the list on Friday, and I was just like, Nisa, Nisi Pisa, Nisa, Nisi Pisa, Nisa, Nisi Pisa, Nisa, Nisi Pisa, Nisa, Nisi. I'm not on the list. I was not invited to join the a cappella group, and I swear to God I'm over it. Must be allergens. I'm gonna take Amazing and put that on my lower lash line with a little pencil brush because why not? God, my skin is so dry. Then I'm going to diffuse that a little bit with Vote, the star of the show today. She's getting a lot of attention because it is the perfect medium brown for my skin tone. It just is my skin tone. I can't remember how Hannah described the conception of this shade in her announcement video of this palette from a while back, but if it was anything other than her saying, well, I studied my friend Nisi Pisa's, oh, she doesn't ever say my name correctly. I studied my friend Slip's videos, and I decided to work with Midas to make a shade that was the same color as her skin. If it wasn't that, she's lying, because that's what this is. Hey, quick question, my skin. Have you ever known moisture? Have you ever known the touch of a droplet of water? I'm gonna take Nutty, this quirky little cue ball of a shade right there. I'm gonna put that on my inner corner, and I'm going to spritz my brush a bit, which is what I do every time I put an inner corner highlight on. Just a little bit, because this is sort of like a blue duochrome, and I do want this to be a very like light ice pink look. I don't want to give it too much of a blue. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna cut and put on some mascara and then we'll go to the rest of the face. Hi, it's me again. I put on some mascara today. I've limited myself to 2 mascaras. Look who's learning self-control. So what I've done is I started with a base layer of the Fenty Beauty Full Frontal Mascara. You can use it on its side for thin or on its other side for chubby. Then what I did is I topped that with my current reigning champion mascara, which is the Essence Lash Princess not the false lash effect, that's the green one. This is the purple tube, so this is the sculpted volume. I really like this because it has one of those brushes that's curved, so it contours to your eyelid a lot more easily, and I like that. That was like a very infomercial thing to say. The brush is curved, so it contours to my eyes a lot more easily. And I like that. I'm going to do the same thing I did the last time I did a look with this palette, and I'm going to use one of these eyeshadows as a blush. I'm going to use Rose, which is the middle name of almost every girl in Boston. If it's not Rose, it's Marie, and if it's not Marie, it's Elizabeth. Yeah. Oh God, Nisa. Nisa, come on girl, what have you done? Oh, what have I done? Well, I've never been one to half-ass anything, so never half-ass 2 things. Whole-ass 1 thing. Yeah! Yeah! Some of these, and some of these. Almost there, and done. So stupid. Whatever, it's already happened. So we're gonna do some highlighter now. I'm going to use a little bit of a mixture of both Slay and Yas. Oh yeah, there's that soft. Gentle strokes. I'm actually already wearing the lip gloss. I'm currently wearing the Tower 28 Beauty Shine On Jelly Gloss in the shade Magic, which is a clear gloss with gold shimmer that I adore deeply. But I will take it off and put on one of these glosses because that's the point of the video. I'm gonna do a little bit of mixing right now. I'm gonna see if I can find a way to incorporate all 3 of these glosses on these 2 lips. I'm gonna start by laying down a little bit of High Friends. And then what I'm gonna do is lay down a little bit of Sparkle On. Now, I'm gonna take Never Dull and just marry everything together. Lip gloss throuple. This is like working for me in a weird way. It's kind of like a candy sort of bubblegum pink, which is not a color I'm used to seeing myself in. But I like it. It's just all very soft. So this is it. This is the look. And I feel really cute and pretty. I feel like Hannah, which means I feel beautiful, talented, wise, short, and just like very sweet and cute. I like this a lot. This is a really fun palette to work with. It's like neutral, but it has enough of an edge to it that you don't feel locked into like the same couple of looks. Like I've done 2 neutral looks so far with this on YouTube, but if I wanted to, I could use exclusively like Amazing, Dofa, and Half Pony and give you something like dark and vampy. You know, the options are there. Thank you once again to Midas Cosmetics and Smoky Glow for sending this to my house. Thank you so much for watching my video, but before you leave, I'm gonna need you to do a quick, wait, should I do Hannah's outro? Let me see if I can do it from memory. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you're having an amazing day today. I need to do some research. They're gonna find out that we're not really friends and our managers just make us hang out together because it's good for our careers. For me, it's because she's already so famous, and for her, it's because I'm a charity case. Please like, subscribe, or just subscribe, or Janita. Honestly, just so happy you're here watching me. Thanks to me being here. My merch, social media, like everything I'm wearing on face is linked in the description below, along with a link to register to vote. That's right, you can vote. And if you're not from the United States, stay informed on the news, and please, okay, this is the new one, because, right, yeah, Hannah, we know. Hannah, I'm trying to stay facing. Hannah, wrap it up. Charles, no one asked you. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Before you leave, I need you to do a quick favor for me. If you guys go ahead and have an amazing day for me, that'd be very smoky of you. And if you would like to interact with me betwixt uploads, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Nisi Pisa. I also have a second channel called Extra Nisi Pisa that I will link in the description, where I post music and covers, but not recently. I kind of forgot that I had a second channel. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to use code Nisi Pisa for 10% off at checkout at your local friendship store. Bye. God, there's an indentation in my bed from where I've been sitting playing Animal Crossing all day. And that, folks, is what we call sex appeal.